my channel. Finally, I am filming a vlog. I really hope that this will actually become a video that I post. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you will stay till the end of the video. I hope that you will stay and become a part of the family that I am trying to build. So I'm Tseho. I am the creator behind Opulent Studio. So Opulent Studio has evolved so much over the past few years. I think it's been a year. I think it's been a year. So I decided to start a TikTok and Instagram page to share my crochet work. And so the name of the pages was Opulent TC Threads. No, it started off as Opulent TC Crochets. And later on, I taught myself how to knit. So the name Opulent TC Crochets didn't make sense anymore. I changed it to Opulent TC Threads. And then a few months ago, I bought myself a sewing machine, and naturally, I evolved. As every time I learn a new skill, clearly I changed my name. So I changed from Opulent TC Threads to Opulent Studio. So I wanted to keep the Opulent name. I don't know, I just liked it. And for me, Opulent was not describing like material things. It was not like a material, you know how the name naturally, when you think opulent, you think rich, you think lavish, you think diamond. But for me, opulent describes a feeling, a feeling that I get after making my handmade products. I just feel like it's opulent. It just makes me feel opulent. So opulent is a feeling. So I decided to stick with Opulent Studio, and Opulent Studio has evolved into a brand that makes handmade travel bags and accessories. So I sew the bags, and it's quilted, basically mostly quilted travel bags, as well as crochet bags. It's meant to be a collection of coordinated ensembles you can mix and match together, from tote bags, cosmetic pouches, laptop sleeves, train cases, scrunchies, and other hair accessories, hopefully, as well as other things that you can use to organize, not just for travel but for organizing, like little crochet baskets. I really love those. And yeah, for now, those are the things that we're focusing on. And the idea is to have two separate distinctive collections. We're going to have floral prints, which is what I have mainly been sharing. That is going to be our floral garden collection. And then we're going to have the solid prints, which is going to be for the people that are more conservative, and I'm thinking more pastel soft solids, like your neutral solids, and that can also accommodate people that are not more feminine, like your girly girls. The florals are obviously for the girly girls, and the pastel solid colors will accommodate even men. So that collection will be our meadow collection. Yes, so we're going with the natural nature theme. I don't know how long. Please excuse that. My son has decided to drag his chair across the house. He does that all the time. Every time he hears me speaking, he's like, opportunity for me to make some noise. But anyway, so it's two distinctive collections. We have prints and solid colors. The prints, it's the floral garden, and the solid colors are our meadow collection. So what I'm trying to do is I want to take you guys on a journey of me building this brand. So we are building Opulent Studio together, okay? And so I want to create a series where I make this collection. So I need to make prototypes, so samples of each fabric, and I'll use those samples to take photos, and these photos will be used in my catalogs, when I apply for markets, when my marketing, basically I'll use these prototypes. And currently we only have 2 floral fabrics. I don't know how big the range will grow, guys. We're figuring this thing out as we go, and I'd like to hear your advice as well, because I don't want to stretch myself too far. I'm a working mom. I only do this during my spare time, after work and weekends, if I've got nothing else to do. And also after work is very limited. There's just a lot to fit into one day that it's not going to be practical for me if I'm gonna like make 10,000 collections. So for now I have 2 floral fabrics, but I want it to be 3. I'm gonna look for a third one. And then for the solid colors, the Meadow collection, I currently have 2. So I'm thinking of, at first I wasn't thinking about incorporating black, but black is such a staple color, you know, like when everyone thinks of a bag, black is like, you can't go wrong with black. So I'm definitely thinking I'm gonna add black to the mix. So I currently have a brown fabric and a black fabric from the Meadow collection. So for this video, I want to see how many prototypes I can make. So the plan is to make 1 product of each of the fabrics. We are going to start off by making laptop sleeves. I worked on one the whole week last week, and I think it's small. So we already have a few other samples. I have a full collection of the cosmetic pouches for this fabric. So this is the white fabric that we have. It's called the Sage Garden because it's a little bit of green flowers with some red accents. I love this fabric. It's nice and minimalistic. And then the lining of this one is paired with this green cotton lining. So everything is cotton. And then I have pouches out of this, but I recently got these tags, right, or labels. So those pouches don't have the labels. So I'm thinking of just hand sewing the labels onto the pouches and using those pouches as the prototypes. So this is the sleeve that I made. I made this little tab for the zipper pull. I had a big, like, mental battle with the zippers. I wanted my zippers to be gold, but I couldn't find any gold zippers anywhere. Like literally I couldn't find them. When I do find them, they don't work. Let me show you the ones that I got. So I got these gold ones with it's got little hearts on them. I don't know if you can see, but it's gold with like a heart on the pool. So this is the idea that I wanted to go with, but because I'm buying these from a different supplier and then my zipper tapes, I have to like manually put my teeth together and then move the zipper and then it works. So I'm not sure if it's safe to use these as products in my products that I'm going to sell, because what if it stops working? So I used this in one of the bags that I'm using for work, and sometimes it just decides, I'm not going to work. So I'm not so sure about this, and I bought like 40 of these already. So I just decided to stick to the normal silver ones. So these are the silver ones that I get from where I get my zipper tape. So it's just a normal zipper, and then I decided to add this little thing here, just, you know, because I wanted it to be cute. And I think this is going to be so much better because I'll be able to use this even when I'm making the neutral bags for males or people who don't want feminine looking things, you know, because if I use these gold ones, it looks way too girly. It's got a heart. I mean, if it was just plain gold, it would look better, but I'm trying to sway away from being such too girly, you know. Yes, we have the girly stuff, but also in the neutral palette collection, we want to accommodate everyone else. I've put my laptop in here and I like the way it fits the width of the laptop, but it does not fit the height. So I need to it wasn't this laptop. I wasn't using this laptop. I was using my work laptop. This is my personal laptop. It's similar to my work laptop, but this is how it fits. So I'm thinking of just making a new one that will fit my laptop. I like the width, but the height is the problem. So I need to make another one that's gonna fit mine. So this is the one that I use for my work laptop. It also has the brand label. So these are the 2 fabrics that we are using for our floral prints. So this is the blush floral and this is the Sage Garden. I absolutely love these. I think I'm gonna add a third one. I don't know which color it's gonna be, but yeah. So this one fits my laptop perfectly, and it also fits this personal laptop. So this is my work laptop. It fits perfectly, but it's a little bit big, you know. The sides are a little bit big, so the smaller one fits the sides perfectly. So I'm thinking of keeping the width dimension of... She's fine, she survived, she's okay. So I'm gonna keep the width the same as it is, and then I'm gonna adjust the height. Yeah, I hate redoing stuff. I'm gonna redo this, and I'm also gonna make these ones. So this is the brown fabric that we are including in our meadow collection. So this is the hazel meadow, and this is the black. These are the only two colors of the solid colors that I have of the meadow collection. So for now, I'm gonna make laptop sleeves with these two, and then remake the white sleeve. So hopefully, I need to put a deadline and make sure that I try to stick to it. Let's get on to it. So I'm going to start off with cutting everything. I currently have the brown and the black cut, so I need to cut the white. This is our white fabric, a close-up of the fabric. It is so cute. I'm quickly gonna cut this. By the way, I'm using my home office space. It's a very small space. I share this space, and I bought this extra desk for my sewing machine and for cutting. So we're working on a very, like, yeah, how tight. It's very tight. So I just finished quilting all three of the fabrics. I just realized I forgot to sew here, but I'll sort that out later. So right now I need to iron these out. So I'm gonna quickly set up my ironing situation and show you guys. Past midnight, it's 1:45, and I'm gonna call it a night or a morning, but it's still nighttime. So I had to redo what I was doing. I was working on the gusset of the black sleeve, so I decided to start with the black sleeve to test out the sizing, because I have more of the black fabric, so even if I mess up there, at least I can fix it. So I made a mess. Like, as you can see, I have a whole lot of white thread on me because I used the white zipper. So I had initially put this white zipper on this thing with this black zipper pull, and as I was looking at it, I was like, this doesn't look right. The white zipper pull or zipper tape and the black outer fabric didn't look right, but the inner lining is cream. So yeah, I'm not sure if I should use, because I want to use cream for everything. I don't know if I like the way it looks with the black, but for now I'm gonna leave it as that. As you can see, I had to frog everything, or rip everything, and use the black zipper tape as well as the zipper pull. I think that's going to look much nicer when everything is black and then the interior will be white. And then for the brown bag, I'm also going to do black zipper and black pull. I'm going to finish this black one before I move on to the other two. So once I get the sizing right for this black one, I'll work on the other two simultaneously. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can at least get far, because it's a Saturday. I've got some stuff to do. I don't think I'll be able to sew the whole day. Let me call it a night and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So it's day 2, night time. It's 9:05 right now in the evening, and I have not done anything today. I just thought I should do an update and at least have day 2 on Saturday. Yeah, so the last thing we have is this gusset from yesterday. I think maybe I can cut the outer fabric in the shapes of the sleeve, but I'm only gonna cut the black. It's 9 o'clock. I feel like I want to go to bed, but I'm thinking maybe I should put in an hour and see how far I get by 10 o'clock, and wherever I am by 10 o'clock, I'm gonna stop. So we are finally on day 4, and I managed to finish all 3 of the laptop sleeves that I was planning to work on. I am so proud of this one. I'm not sure about this tag or label, rather. I like it being on the corner, but I don't know how exactly on the corner I should position it. So for the other ones, I made it 6 centimeters from the side and 6 centimeters from the top on a raw edge. So this one, I can't remember what I did, but they're not all the same. So for this, I added this little zipper tab here. I think it just adds a little touch of something, I don't know, but because this zipper is so plain and boring, I added this to just add some character to it. The other sleeve, so I'm just going to go on the printed ones. So this is the other printed one. So if you look at this and this, these are they're quite different in sizes. Both of them fit my laptop, but this one is much smaller, so this is going to fit the 14-inch perfectly, and this one can fit a 14, 15 and 16, I don't know, but yeah, this one can fit most laptops. And I didn't add I mentioned this earlier, I think this one is just a gold zipper. And then the one I worked on first is this black one. I haven't put the zipper tab on this one, and this is also for a 15-inch. I think it fits a 15 and 14-inch perfectly. And then the last one is this brown one. So as you can see, for the brown, I paired it with the black zipper. I think it looked much more elegant than adding a white zipper to it. So yeah, I think I like it with the white as opposed to with the black, rather, as opposed to the white. I also added this zipper tab on this one. It adds a little bit of character on it, and every time I use the black zipper, I'm going to use the black pull because it goes together, it makes sense. I'm planning to get 2 more fabrics of just the solid colors, and I'll show you guys when I get them, and probably I'm going to make more of these. So these are the first 2 laptop sleeves that I made. This is when I was testing out the pattern for making these sleeves and the sizes. Here I was supposed to add bias tape. I didn't do that, so this was not that great. So these are just chilling. And this one my quilting goes horizontally. I don't like these horizontal quilts, but yeah, these were just, I think, a good test for me to see how I was going to construct the sleeves. And this fabric, I basically bought it to test some products. I'm planning to make a tote bag using this fabric just to test out the new pattern that I'm thinking of using, which will make things simpler for me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna close this vlog here. I think it's long enough, and it took me 4 days to finish this. I think if I just block out a few hours and focus on what I'm doing, I should get it done. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for getting this far. I truly appreciate it, and I really hope you will click that subscribe button and come back for more. Please like this video, share it if you like to, engage, and I'll see you on the next video.